Yeah, little Coleman Hawkins there for you. New Orleans music didn't change my soul, it made my soul. So I grew up listening to Fats Domino and Herbert Hardesty and Lee Allen and Eddie Bowe and Tommy Ridgely and Dr. John when he was Mac Revenack and like that. And I just wanted to play that tenor saxophone just like Walking with Mr. Lee. And I just kept on doing it, taught myself, had a few lessons early on, went through the whole Rubank book for a year, learned how to read music and understand chords and harmony. So I started off correctly. And so with the combination of having education and just using your ear, listening to Fats Domino, Little Richard, and, you know, transcribing solos, write them all out, so you have everything right on the money, you know, no guessing. And that was a good way to grow up. So, of course, I had that soul from New Orleans from the very beginning. And all my friends, Ellis Marcellus, Nat Paralat, all these jazz players were very influential on all of us young wannabe jazz guys. So I took lessons with Ellis Marcellus when I was 19 years old. And I just kept on going with it. Had I not been from New Orleans, I wouldn't have been as successful as I was in California when I moved there in 1966. Dr. John was there doing record dates, and people knew I was affiliated with Mac, and they knew I could read, and they knew I could contract a horn section and do head arrangements, and also write. So right there, it put me on the map. So thank goodness. Had I been from Iowa or, you know, Albuquerque, probably wouldn't have happened, you know. And so, of course, I've been in the middle of the movie, The Rose. I'm in that. I wrote all the horns. I played on it. I acted in it. I bought a new Oldsmobile the next year. And then, let's see, what else did I do around the same time? Rod Stewart, Tonight's the Night. I got a call from Fred Tackett to come play for Jerry Wexler and them, excuse me, for Rod Stewart, Tonight's the Night. That's me playing the saxophone solo. Kind of put you on a map, you know, as a side man. I was like, you know, before Tom Scott and Sanborn, there was a Jerry Jumonville, and like that. 1961, I played at the Municipal Auditorium, and I was hired with Danny White's band, expand his horn section, and they asked me to hire another trumpet player, so we had five horns. Trumpets, saxophones, Barry, and we opened for James Brown. And I played in the auditorium, and they featured me on the alto saxophone with my arrangements. I brought my arrangements for Danny White's band that I had written, transcribed off the records. And I played the Peeper, and I played Easy Living. And, you know, that was very jazz-oriented for R&B venue, but we were opening for James Brown, so we were dynamite. And it was a mixed band, you know, black and white at the time, you know. And man, I played Easy Living, brought the house down. You would have thought I was Duke Ellington in there. And I went, I must be doing something right. And I took it from there, you know. So yeah, that was one of the first big time experiences I had without really belonging to some organization, just on my reputation of being a saxophonist, you know. It was just great to be able to do something like that and see that you were capable of bringing something to those heights, you know. Yeah. Kind of egged you on to still be a saxophone junkie. Now I'd like to play one of my original compositions for you. This one has a little voodoo in it. It's got a little gumbo in there. It's got a little hit the road jack in there too. And we call this one Dr. Deadbolt. And it goes like this. 1, 2,